The Green Bay Packers defense just got more dangerous after the latest news. First, I would love for you guys to leave your comments. Did you anticipate the Packers defense being this good through 6 weeks? A simple yes or no in the comment section. And you take into account a lot of things. Of course, we talk about takeaways, and the Packers leading the league in takeaways. And victories and wins, and then also championships out there. So the Packers leading the league with 17 takeaways, the Bears and the Vikings behind them with, it says the Packers the first 6 games of the season since 2010, and the first to do it since the Bears did it in 2018. Very defense out there, which led them to a championship. So super impressive. Can history repeat itself? Is this going to be a Packer defense that can lead them to a championship? Very impressive numbers with the takeaways. But how did the Packers get more dangerous with the latest news? What do I mean by that? Well, Evan Williams and Xavier McKinney are the most efficient safety group out there. In fact, Evan Williams, he's a rookie. He has an overall PFF grade of 91.4, which is league leading. 91.4 league leading. The number 2 league leader is Xavier McKinney at 90.5. So you might be saying, okay, so how does PFF translate? Well, PFF takes into account solo tackles, assisted, forced fumbles, stops, sacks, missed tackles, interceptions, passer rating allowed, yards per reception. So you might be saying, how on earth does a PFF grade translate into making the Packers defense more dangerous than just takeaways? Well, when teams start game planning against an efficient safety core like the Packers, who are number 1 and 2 safeties in the league in efficiency, they're going to be thinking twice about throwing over the top, which means they're going to be doing a lot of check down passes, all of that, which means Jeff Hafley over time will be able to just game plan and game scheme for that. Speaking of rookies that are super efficient, like Evan Williams, Edgerrin Cooper has an almost 80 PFF score out there. So hats off to Brian Gutekunst with this draft cap of Javon Bullard, who's incredibly efficient as well, Evan Williams, and Edgerrin Cooper. Again, home run hits on defense. The Packers are only going to be getting better because these dudes are so young, and this is the youngest team in the league in the Packers. So how does this translate as a team unit? Well, the Packers, remember last year under Joe Barry, very inefficient on the run game and in takeaways, really. Joe Barry had 18 takeaways all season. Jeff Hafley has 17. And how is Jeff Hafley's defense rating through 6 games with rushing yards allowed? Well, they're number 8. Last year, they were one of the bottom dwellers. They're number 8 in the league in rushing yards per game. They're 9 in the league in points per game. 1, of course, as we talked about, in takeaways. So where do they land with sacks? So to me, the most important statistics out there on defense are sacks, getting pressures on the quarterback, and then takeaways. And the Packers right now are 7th, tied for 7th in the league in sacks, which is super impressive. This is going to be a very impressive Packer defense. And Evan Williams says right here in this article, over 150 snaps, including 102 in coverage. Williams has allowed only 5 completions, while also creating 2 defensive stops, including a 3rd down stop on Kyler Murray, a game-ending interception on a Hail Mary, a game-ending pass breakup against Matthew Stafford that forced a fumble out of that last week against, I can't remember which wide receiver he forced the fumble with, but again, Evan Williams becoming so efficient out there, and the Packers defense only becoming more and more dangerous. Leave your comments. Let me know yes or no in the comment section. And as always, go Pack Go.